How did I come to this realization of knowing everything, or knowing everything so far that I've actually talked about, right? The self-realization, okay? Self-realization, looking inward through meditation. People ask you, how do you look inward? It's a form of a meditation. There's so many ways to meditate, to focus your intention in what is it that you want to incorporate at that time. Some people some people do meditation just to relax. Some people do meditation to visit their dreams, which they might have forgotten about, or they still want to bring back those pictures and remember. Some people do meditations to self-heal. Some people do meditation to go back to a previous memory and try to actually bring back any lost information, right? That might be very important. Some people enter meditation to activate their abilities to break down all those blockages that doesn't actually give them access into having power to those abilities. Some people do meditation to practice the astral projection, how they can actually do it instantly, right? There's so many ways to do meditation. That is why it is a form of a lifestyle. Meditation is not only sitting in a lotus position, but having to give yourself some time to think and be conscious of your surroundings, of everything that's actually happening at the present moment, right? So when I go to the self-realization, is to realize all the information that's within my DEA, right? It's something that's inside of you as well. What I know is what you know as well. You just need to actually come to its experience and realize it for yourself within, as the information keeps on actually coming before you, and understanding that information, of course. Usually you can be able to be in a meditation form and start to see all the people that you might have lost in your life, and try to actually make a relationship with them and have a conversation, ask them questions. So it's a void of information that looks empty in the space, but there is a lot that's inside of there with the particles of the downloads information that comes through your mind, in order for you to actually reflect on that information and actually receiving the inner understanding of everything that is outside of you from within. So when you do more meditations, you are able to be open to this experience of information that's within you already. Meditation is not a child's play, right? And me saying this, I'm not saying that you should actually be afraid of it, right, all the time. But it is more actual the moment when you sit down and meditate. You feel the presence and the energy around you from within. To people that are way advanced when it comes to meditation, you can literally be able to exit your body as a soul, right, and spirit, but be in the very same sequence where you're sitting meditating. And you can be outside of the house, and you are able to see what's actually happening. You can be able to see the energy grid all around you, and you can be able to interact with that energy. You can send it somewhere, receive it, redirect it, and apply it to a different place instantly at the same position where you're sitting. People usually overthink being outside of your body, that it has to be something physical. Remember that this planet, right, has so many limits. But with all that's changing right now, everything will be much more easier for people to comprehend and use their physical bodies in making things in that way, very impossible things to be possible. It's like the day when the activation becomes very physical in this world, a lot of you are going to receive an amount of information which some of you won't be able to actually withstand, because it will depend on whether or not you are properly aligned through your meditations your spiritual practice, your diet, the way you are actually proceeding in life spiritually, right, and connecting with yourself and the energies. It will come on you to the point that if you're not well prepared, you might even explode from your crown chakra. But for those who are ready, you'll be able to actually receive all the information, the downloads, to the point that now you start to actually be heightened. Then you start to make things that are impossible very possible. So usually people overlook this thing, that you feel sometimes that you're in one position, but you feel as if your soul and your spirit is outside of you in different places, right? But that comes along with the proper channeling. There are people, of course, who enter such rituals without knowing, and only to find out that their spirit and soul is being used. If power meditation, if I wanted to go to United States right now, by sitting down in a meditation, I can actually go there, right? If I wanted to go anywhere in the world, I can. But those are the sacred teachings, right? Because someone who's going to disagree with me, who's been doing it, you'll be like, no, but how? It doesn't make sense. It won't make sense to you because you don't know the principal way in actually doing it being there when you start to meditate. But I just want to explain this to you, that when you meditate, you can be anywhere in the world. When you're still here in this planet, right? You can be outside of the dome. Listen, you can be anywhere in the world. This capacity of your brain is very supreme. The memory, the energy, electricity that connect you with the soul is able to actually take you anywhere in the world at the same position where you're at. Usually this is confused with time traveling, right? And it's not the case. I don't want somebody saying that, so does it mean that you actually time travel? No. You are now living as a thought and a flow of energy to be in that existence which you've actually pictured in your mind, and be active there while you're still here physically. Try to understand. It's like I can stand here in the land of South Africa, right? Without wearing shoes, okay? Then stand on the ground. Then I can actually give somebody a heads up from a different state or from a different country and let them know that, for example, maybe I'll just give them a call or give them a text. Listen, I'm on the ground. Please do the same thing. That fellow person is going to do the very same thing. Then you focus your intent of transmitting information from yourself to them, right? Like you do when you send a text or when you send an SMS. For the mere fact that I'm standing on the ground and the person is doing the very same thing as well. If I'm the sender, she has to open the void of realization to be the receiver from the message I'm about to actually send to them through my mind. You get what I'm saying? Then automatically that person is able to receive the information that I've actually sent through them. Then in turn, maybe we'll give each other some, flow, that after that you're gonna actually do the very same thing. Then you send the message back to me. It's possible. That's the power of connectivity.